You ever heard the idea that future pacing results is one of the best ways to sell your product? It might seem like a great idea to get your prospects to imagine how their life is going to change 30 days from now, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months from now. But there's a huge problem with this. Most people don't think that far ahead. They live in the now. And if you're only selling future transformations, you're missing out on the people who are looking to solve things quickly. I'm not saying future pacing is bad. I'm just saying that you need to adapt the way that you're making these claims. And in this video, I'm going to show you a simple tweak that you can make to your future pacing to actually make it more appealing to customers and actually sell more of your product. Let's get into it. See, most marketers focus on future pacing, and you'll have heard it before. They'll focus on things like, imagine what your life will be like when you finally achieve X, whatever X might be, in 60 days from now, in 6 months. And then they'll paint this beautiful picture. In 60 days, when you've got this happening, you've got that happening, it's wow. It sounds really great, right? But the issue is that our brains struggle to connect far off results. We only know how we feel today, tomorrow, maybe next week. And a lot of the time, the concerns that we have are focused on a much shorter timescale. People will be like, they're not worried about affording rent in 6 months. They're worried about paying rent at the end of this month. They're worried about covering the cost of that. They're worried about how they're going to feel emotionally, physically, whatever, in a week, in 2 weeks' time. Now, you think about it like this. How many people start a diet that will get them to their goal weight over here and they quit right here? They just get this first step and then they're like, do you know what? I'm done. Think of New Year's resolutions, all of this sort of stuff. Why do people quit? It's because those results, they feel too far away, and in their head, they can't marry step 1 to step 10. So how do you actually get them to envision this? You have to shift the focus from the future into the now. And I've done a video before on wants versus needs and how to get wants to be needs, but also you need to think about what that tangible instant win can be for them. And I got some great advice on this years ago from an entrepreneur called Danny Inney, who runs Miracy. And I was selling it was a monthly newsletter. And basically, I would do these massive analysis of these big brands about how their marketing works and all of this. And it was $100 per month to get these analysis. I'd write it all out. I'd create templates and then send it off to people. It was great. And sales had stagnated because basically, if we have the month here, so there's the first, and we'll just call this the 30th, we would always send the edition here. Now, if you sign up on the first, second, third, fourth, if you sign up any time up until the 25th, this whole period, somebody's going to be paying me money today and they are getting nothing for 30 days. Where's that instant win? Where's that instant gratification? It's not there. We were really struggling to get people saying, we'd see most of our sales would come within this period here. And we were like, this is how newsletters work. We send on a set day. So what, do we just do a launch over here? And Danny very kindly jumped on a call with me and he said, basically, you need to sell them something today. There's an instant gratification. There's an instant win that you need to build into this. And I'm not saying you need to sell them everything. Sign up today and you get all of the back editions and all of this stuff, because if somebody's paid $1,000 for them, selling it to somebody else for $100, it's really not that ethical. But what we can do is we can say, buy today and you get our best edition, our best copy. And that's essentially what they're buying today. Okay. So then if they bought on this day, they wouldn't just get this one, they would also get our best edition. This made it so much easier to sell for a couple of reasons. One, we were actually selling something tangible right now. They pay $100, they get something immediately for the $100, and then they also get this at the end of the month. It's an instant win for them. They pay, they get the thing. Great, instant gratification. And basically they would get something very quickly. And that's what you have to do. It's very similar to the wants versus needs video that I did, where, you're taking something that's going to happen in 30, 60, 90, 180 days, but you're giving them something that happens the moment that they buy. Now, in this case, it was very tangible, but you can also do this on an emotional level, because not offer has an instant tangible deliverable that you can give to somebody, right? The best example of this is the Mouse House. That's bad. There we go. That looks like Winnie the Pooh, but it's meant to be Mickey Mouse. Good old Disney. They do this incredibly well. A lot of people would want to go to Disney with their kids and they'll want to spend tons of money. If you've ever been to Disney, it costs an absolute fucking fortune. I've got stories galore of how much that place costs. But because it costs so much, most people are not buying tickets today to go tomorrow. They're buying tickets today to go a month from now, 6 months. Some people are 1-2 years ahead because that's when they can get the best rates and that's what they can afford to do. And that's a huge spend today to not get anything here. So what Disney does is they give them some form of emotional payoff immediately. So what is that emotional immediate payoff? Now, how do they do that? If you're a parent, you've got kids and they're so excited to go to Disney World, Disney doesn't sell this on the pay us, I don't know how much it would be for a family to go 10 grand today. And think about what will happen when you get through the gates of Disney World and your kids will be so happy. And that is too far away, right? That's future pacing that they're like, yeah, that sounds cool, but... So what they do is they bring that win forward, that emotional win. What's the emotional win that's going to happen very quickly for that family? Imagine the look on your kids' faces when you tell them you're going to Disney World. It's the same thing, but they've just brought that emotional payoff to the next day, essentially. And they're like, yeah, do you know what? I can't wait to make little Billy happy because I'm going to tell him that we're going to Disney World and I've just bankrupted the family to get us there. It's all about making the excitement and the perceived or tangible win as immediate as possible. That's how you're going to get people over that finish line. Future pacing is great and can help them, but you also need to give them something immediately. So the best way to think about this is what's going to be the big dopamine hit, right? What is going to get that person to be like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And how can you get that to them as soon as they say yes and buy into this thing? And if you're like me and you're working on digital offers, how can you reframe that for some sort of CTA to create that urgency? I'm all for using in 6 months, you'll be generating 50 clients per day on autopilot. Amazing. But you also need to reframe that for that immediacy. And so how is that going to impact those people? What is that initial dopamine hit? Is it going to be the relief that going to bed and they're going to have an easy night's sleep because they know they've taken action and they're one step closer to hitting their dream? Is it that you're going to give them immediate access to some kind of bonus that will help them understand and see a result? A lot of people are focused on that. It's about these quick results. And what you want to do is you want to start thinking about that dopamine hit, what you can give that person to either see a result or feel like they're making progress, because a lot of it is emotional. And so even if they feel like they're taking a step forward, that's great. And then you need to keep that going. This is a really simple shift, right? But it is so powerful because a lot of people are focused on future pacing. You tell me, if you had a problem, there were 2 offers. One says, we'll solve your problem in 6 months. Think about it. In 6 months, you'll be right where you want to be. And somebody else says, in 24 hours, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to have this, you're going to have that. Which one are you going to go for? If this is a painful problem, you're going to go for the latter because immediacy is what you're really looking for. Top brands use this because it creates that like instant momentum to get you over that finish line. This is how you're also going to help reduce that buyer hesitation. Oh, I'd love to have that in 6 months, but I don't know, because at the end of the month, I've got to do this. And if you're like, yeah, but you're going to be creating enough money to pay whatever that is at the end of the month within the first 48 hours. Great. This does work for any offer. Like I said, vacations, cars, whatever. If it's a tangible thing that they're not going to get immediately, think about how it makes them feel. If it's a tangible offer that's not really going to make them feel anyway, what can you give them today, whether it's an onboarding call, a little bonus, a little something to sweeten the deal that they can get right now to feel like they're paying money to get something back. Now, if you want help setting this up, within Growth Models Plus, we actually have a full course called High Value Offers, which is about creating offers that people just cannot wait to buy. You can get that with a $1 trial in Growth Models Plus by checking link in the description. If you have any questions, let me know. Or if you just want some help, again, Growth Models Plus, I'm in there every day trying to help you grow a more profitable business. But if you don't want to join us in there and get actual one-to-one help or peer-to-you help, just remember this, right? Future pacing is great. Getting somebody to envision how their life is going to change in 1 week, 6 weeks, 6 months, whatever it might be, is great because people do want to envision themselves as that end hero. However, it's not enough because a lot of people have problems that are far more immediate and they want an immediate solution or an immediate payoff. And you have to think about, how can I give them that immediate payoff? Yes, we are working towards creating that 6-month goal, but also I want you to feel like you're getting progress, that you're feeling like things are moving forward within 24, 48 hours, 1 week. That's what you need to do. That's what's going to help you increase conversions. If you've enjoyed this, like, subscribe, do a dance, clap. I don't know, anything that would help grow the channel would be wonderful. But if you just want to have a little laugh, that's also fine. Oh, and you can also join my free email list at growthmodels.co. I'll see you in the next one.